Alright, finally finished the install of the two Furrion Chill Cubes with heat pumps and doing a noise comparison to the Dometic Penguin 2s I had. So right now I have the generator running. I don't have 50 amps where I am, so looking at about 48, 49 with nothing running. Alright, I'm going to start the front AC, which is a non-ducted. Set it to cool, set it to 68, and started the wrong one. 1 second. Alright, let's start this one here. Okay. Set it to 67. We will set the fan is set to start out with low, which is right there. Alright. Let me go back to where I was standing so we get the same noise comparison. Went from 49 to 51. And honestly, in person, you can't even hear it. So let me switch it to medium. Give you fan speed. It's medium right there. Measure that. $52, $53. Actually, it's about 54, 55. Being variable speed, it took a second to ramp up. And now I will switch it to high, which is there. In comparison, I think I was in the 70s with the Dometic Penguin 2. Alright, and there's one more option, which is the turbo mode, which is wide open, as loud as it could possibly get, which I just switched it to. Running 56, 57. That's turbo mode. Alright. Shut this one down. And this is the rear AC. This is a ducted unit, and we will start with the duct closed. I'll bring the temperature 67, the same as the other one. Start with fan speed on low. am standing a good 10 feet closer to this unit than the front unit. That's on low with the duct closed. 52, 53, just like the front one. You honestly can't even hear it. The only noise I hear right now is the generator. Alright, switch it over to medium. About 53, 54, seeing 55. That's medium. Let's switch it to high. You can hear it ramping up now. Looks like it's sticking around 57. And there is a turbo mode on this one as well. So let's go to that. That's wide open on there. I think in turbo mode it's actually quieter than my quietest setting on the Dometics, but I'm not exactly sure. Looking around 59, 60. Now it is a lot louder when you open this dump. So this is with the dump open. About 70 decibels. That's on turbo mode. And just for comparison, with the dump open on low. Well, 58, 59. Like I said, if you got this closed, which I will 90% of the time, you can't even hear this thing running. $52, $53 and low. Installation took me a good bit of 6 hours or so. Most of it was trying to lift these things onto the roof and take the old ones down. Wiring wasn't too bad, pretty straightforward. The only downside is it doesn't connect with my Miracast system anymore, so I'll be using the remotes. They do have thermometers in here, and you can click this follow me button, so if you put the remote where you want it, it will cool to that temperature where the remote control is located. But I read some reviews saying that it has to have line of sight in order to communicate with the AC. But pretty happy. Extremely quiet compared to what it was before, which is exactly what we were shooting for. and we also now have electric heat pumps for the wintertime. So hopefully this helps anybody looking to change out to the Furrion Chill Cubes. And just before I finish, we'll run them both on turbo at 67 so we can hear the noise level of both ACs running wide open on turbo. That's with the duct closed. And this is max cooling both front and rear AC at the same time. Looking at about 60 to 61 decibels. I think we were in the 70s or even higher with the Domestics. And you could easily hold a conversation. I'm standing right here below between the two of them in the living area, slide outs in, and significant improvement in noise. And they blow ice cold too, pretty much right away. All right, good luck.